I wanted to throw in a bit of science here, mainly because in lockdown I've been watching a lot of and streaming a lot of documentaries and other YouTube clips around black holes. We've talked about them before. It's a fascinating part of the universe that I've always found intriguing, largely because of the fact that it presents scenarios of perceptual experience that are so outside of our own sort of lived experience on Earth, in the sense that things start to happen around black holes that seemingly don't make perceptual sense, in the sense of what ends up happening. You know, the time shifts, the intensity of the gravity, that, you know, nothing can escape, all that sort of thing. So there was a documentary I'd watched on Netflix called The Edge of All We Know for Black Holes, and it basically covered two stories. One was which I think we've touched on before, the journey to getting the first image of a black hole, which when you see the amount of effort they had to go to construct that image, is really incredible. But equally incredible was another aspect that they covered, which was the attempt to solve the information paradox, which is essentially, you know, an idea that Stephen Hawking came up with, which you know, flies. I guess it's sort of contradicts, but it bumps up against what physics sort of suggests, which is, you know, energy information is not destroyed or created; it's just transferred, which doesn't seem to happen with a black hole, because it seems like if it goes into a black hole, it's destroyed. And the thing that was fascinating about watching these theoretical physicists try to solve this particular problem was trying to overcome that particular issue. And it was quite interesting what they came up with, which was, you know, it might be flattened on the surface of the, well, I'm going to bastardize it here, but it doesn't get lost. It's like it gets flattened against the surface there, or it comes back out in a different format or something like that. You could probably explain it better than me anyway.
Look, I don't really understand this. I mean, I guess the only analogy I can make is all the physics we can see in the world around us as humans. It changes when you get to the quantum scale, the subatomic scale. You know, there's a new set of laws. And I guess, you know, maybe this is a bit of Russian doll. Then inside the black hole, the two other sets of laws for physics we know, you know, which is classical mechanics and quantum theory, becomes something else. And, you know, is it a singularity? Is it squashing matter into a single form? Is it freezing matter into a single form? Who knows? And who knows what all the information that we carry with us in our wave frequencies, who knows where that goes or what happens to it. But that's the mystery of the black hole, and that's what people want to know.
Well, I rewatched Interstellar recently as well, and I still can't get over the whole going into the black hole thing. But maybe it is a tesseract in there that has been constructed. The other thing that I wanted to point out too was that there's a couple of just YouTubers that have done some interesting videos on that sort of thing, and I saw one that was quite interesting, which kind of, I mean, it was a bit simplistic, but essentially they represented space-time as a flat line, and they tried to explain why time slows down as you go towards a black hole, which effectively they tried to represent it as like a ball going along the flat surface of space-time, and then it would go down into basically the hole where the body that's got the gravitational pull is doing it. So if it's starting to do that and go down, that's effectively, it's not moving forward in time effectively. Like they tried to do it as a visual thing, and I thought that was quite clever. I mean, it might not sort of explain the proper nuance behind it, but at least it sort of gave you an idea of what was going on if you try to go anywhere near that black hole.
Yeah, well, that's it. You know, the spaghettification, at the event horizon, and is effectively you stretched. Part of you, falls into the black hole, and part of you is still outside. And what that must do to matter, it's mind bending on its own.